Hey everyone, my name is David and you're watching BrickVault. And what a wonderful decision you made, because I have a spectacular build in front of me today. My prequel fans' heart is racing right now because I have the one, the only, the best LEGO Republic gunship to show you. This incredible model was designed by one of the most talented LEGO designers out there, Thomas Jenkins, who I am a fan of since I'm in the LEGO space. He designed a whopping 10 models for BrickVault already, with more on the way, the most recent ones being the Jedi Interceptors that truly are a fan favorite, and so is this gunship, because the Republic gunship does not only look extremely badass, but as a sci-fi vessel, this is probably the one vehicle that makes the most sense in terms of in-universe design, because it is absolutely packed with weaponry. Not only does it consist of laser cannons in the front and in the back that are able to be pointed in any direction, but it also has missile shooters, a troop bay, this episode 2 version also has manned laser bubble turrets on each side, and as if that's not enough, the wings also have built-in laser cannons. It is built for the front line. You can get the building instructions and the parts list for this incredibly high-end LEGO model yourself on our website www.brickvault.toys. With your purchase, you not only support the talented designers from all over the world that we work with, but you also support us in our mission to bring you the most advanced and highest detailed LEGO builds possible. And the best thing is, you can build them all for yourself. Click the first link in the video description right after watching this video. So, first of all, let me give you my general opinion on this gunship, as the one person on this planet that probably designed the most gunships in LEGO. 6 versions for BrickVault, including different color schemes, and a bunch for other websites. Let me know if you would like to see a more in-depth comparison video between all of our gunships, by the way. That would have been a bit much for this review video. I have all BrickVault gunships in the studio, except for the midi-scale one, so let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. In this video, we are going to figure out together if this is the perfect LEGO Republic gunship, and if not, what's missing to make it absolutely perfect. The least I can say is it's the best one I have ever seen, but let me explain. There are a few aspects of a gunship to get right. I haven't seen anyone get right all aspects yet, but Thomas Jenkins is in my opinion the one who came closest out of all LEGO gunships I have ever seen. I'm going to point out later in the video what makes the perfect gunship for me. The first aspect is size. I have seen a ton of different sizes that people build gunships in, and this one is definitely on the bigger side with almost 50 centimeters in length, including the cannons. I have an extremely cursed minifigure of myself to compare to, thanks to my brother who gifted it to me as a birthday gift. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night sweating and bleeding from the nose because of it, and I'm sure there's a curse on me since that day. Anyways, the gunship is around the same size as the official LEGO sets, I would say, and still in the realm of being minifigure scale, because keep in mind, there is no such thing as perfect minifigure scale, since minifigs are really weirdly proportioned themselves, with them being much wider than they are tall. The one benefit this size brings is the density of details that you are able to fit into the build. Thomas Jenkins did not cut corners and included the most overlooked and minute details in this gunship, which is done completely using snot techniques to show minimal studs all around. The second aspect to get right, that Thomas did get right too, is the slight outward angle of the fuselage. This is something newer gunship models have, and I'm so impressed when I first saw it done. It does wonders when it comes to overall shaping, because the front is supposed to be much narrower than the back. I just can't wrap my head around how Thomas was able to get all details in, regardless of all the walls having to angle outwards. Here in the front, the way all these different shapes come together is beautifully done. I also like the use of the backpack piece here. That's something I did myself too. Going up, you can see that red cockpit section is slightly be angled inwards, which is accurate, and the way this is done is so clever. If you don't want to build this for yourself, you have to at least check out the instructions for all the different techniques. That's just next level. The front cockpit is a little easier to open than the back cockpit, but you are able to fit minifigs in both cockpits, of course, and you get this red line in the back cockpit, which is also an accurate detail that custom builders like to get creative with. This is the episode 2 variant obviously, so we have this hallway here, as well as some yellow markings that have been integrated nicely. One aspect of a gunship that has to be done right as well are the bubble turrets. We have one on either side, and it's best if you put a minifig inside while building, because afterwards it's really difficult to do. A small thing, but I like that Thomas didn't use a regular round tile here for the Republic insignia. Anyways, moving back, we have space for minifigs to pose. There are a couple studs here, and I'm sure it's possible to mod it to hold even more minifigs. Also in here is this control thing that I haven't seen recreated before in a LEGO gunship, and this net piece that is present in the in-universe vehicle too. The doors are incredibly well made too. This gunship is obviously not made to go into space, so we have open slots to have clones shoot out. The way these doors are done is incredible in and of itself. Probably the best doors I have ever seen as well. They are able to be opened up as well, but it's not as easy as in an official LEGO set, as you can imagine. In the back we have a ramp that can open up, and there's another turret here that can be angled in all sorts of directions. Another aspect of a gunship that builders really like to get creative with is the venting detail in the back, so as you can imagine we have some really nice techniques and details here too. On the top we have some color blocking going on, which is always nice to look at, and the detail for the ammo belt has been captured accurately. Now the missile launchers are also really innovative, using the minifig rudder pieces to achieve the accurate degree of cone shaping. The wings are not any less impressive, using also snot like the rest of the build. That way he was able to get details into the wing that I haven't seen being recreated to this level of accuracy and detail before. Tons of my favorite technique, which is the use of panel pieces for color blocking and filling in gaps. Thomas included a black stand that angles the gunship forward so it looks like it's flying. I think that looks especially nice next to his Jedi Interceptor on the stand. It just slots into place with a couple of axles in the back, so it's not really connected, but yeah, a really nice addition. Now onto the handing section of this video. This is a display piece, but you are still able to carry it around and even play with it a little. I just put my hand in the open area, and you can maybe stabilize it a bit more with the other hand beneath the belly. It's a fairly sturdy build, although there are a few spots that you should avoid touching too much, but you'll figure that out while building. It's definitely less sturdy than our other gunships, but that's a compromise that has to be made to get it this good. Back to our key question from the beginning. Is this gunship perfect? Not quite, but almost. There are just a couple of things I found to not be completely perfect. One thing is the lack of the black diamond shape in the front. Sometimes designers leave that out to concentrate on shaping, since including that detail can mess up the shape in the front. So that's definitely creative liberty. And the other thing is sturdiness. Don't get me wrong, this gunship is as close to perfect as it gets when it comes to LEGO Episode 2 gunships, and the gunship is able to be swooshed and played with a little when being handled correctly, but we are looking at aspects to make it absolutely perfect, and it would be a little one-sided if I didn't mention that it's mostly a display piece and there are a few sections that you should touch mindfully. But in conclusion, this build is absolutely stunning, and I never could make a gunship this good. It is beyond me how Thomas made this happen. Even if I build it myself, I still can't fathom how he did it. I'm extremely impressed. This build is an experience, and no section on this build is boring to put together. And if you want to experience the same thing, head on over to our website www.brickvault.toys, where we sell the instructions to this model and many more. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see a comparison between all of our gunships, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future builds, and we'll catch you next time at BrickVault.